Ah, hello, Cal Forever here. Um, I just wanted to kind of share an insight, and it was kind of actually more of like a release that I had today as I was walking on the trail, going up to Devil's Bridge here in Sedona, and just like a memory from a past life came up where I was in South America, and just this feeling of, you know, it's like we're all such heart-centered beings and so down to earth and living in, we really understood and heard Mother Earth speak to us all the time, and everyone knew this. And then there was a point where she died. Mother Earth died, and it wasn't till a few years ago, I think, or maybe even longer than that, maybe even like 20 years ago, that she was pretty much resurrected or like risen from the dead. And now I know probably if you're watching this or listening to this, you're well aware that Mother Earth is back and alive. Especially divine feminine within all of us. In her grids and her Merkaba is definitely spinning and rotating and definitely alive now. And I felt like that was an important release to express this to this video and to share it with you. And I hope that you feel the energy that's here in my space. And I send it to you because it's love. And especially if you're having a hard time, or maybe if you did something mean today to someone, you deserve more love, not less. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have done something mean, or maybe if someone did something mean to you that put your day down in the dumps, we can send them love because they deserve more love, not less, obviously. Because if they felt some deep, true, unconditional love, I bet they would not do harmful things to people. But another thing I wanted to say is back in Lemuria, whatever, 25 or 24, whatever thousand years ago, uh, ancient Polynesia, before, when the sea levels were lower, it we did this thing where we would achieve immortality. And this is not like oh, I'm not gonna die. It's like you were able to choose when you could change your frequency. Because there's really no such thing as death. It's just a transition into a new physical body. At least from our point of view, that we are moving away from now. But back then, it was we would achieve this choice of when we could. Well, I mean, we have the choice now. This immortality where we would have very, very long lives. For one thing, we ate really, really fresh food from the ocean and fresh greens and stuff. But the other thing is is not everyone could do this, but there was people back then that were bringing three into the mix of tantra or sexual energy in having the intercourse. And it was not like a threesome like you would think, not a menage a trois, or like what. It's all about bringing in the divine child, bringing in a child, and so it creates that holy trinity between the divine mother and the divine father, and creates this divine child. And so not only would the mother and the father achieve this state of everlasting life, or be able to maintain a physical body for well over 1,000 years, but the child would as well. And I feel like that was something important to share. This is more of a channeled message where there's a lot of energy and like this thickness of love within the air, and I know that if you are listening deeply on a heart-centered level or are just open to receive this energy, you will receive it. And it's not really necessarily like the words that I say that may be true, because I don't really know. And I kind of surrender to that fact that I could be wrong. This is just like I'm working on following my intuition and saying what kind of comes and pops up first. So yeah, but the energy within this video is what is really gonna inspire you, and so it doesn't really matter what I'm gonna say or what I do say or whatever. But Cal Forever here. Thanks for being here. I love you. Sending you love, whoever you are, whoever you may be. Have a great evening.